So guys, I have another review for you. This time it is another Five Below product. You see the price tag over here, a whopping $10. This is called the Prime Connect typewriter keyboard. Now when we sync it in real time, because it is Bluetooth, I'll let you know the name of it in the Bluetooth settings. But for right now, typewriter keyboard. Now it only costs $10, works with multiple devices, wireless connectivity, obviously it's Bluetooth. It does take one AA battery, it does not come with it, but luckily for you guys, I bought some anyway. For the battery life, there's nothing really to talk about in terms of battery life because it does use a battery itself. So understand that depending on how long you use it, whether you leave it on, whether you turn it off frequently, whether you use Duracells or Tri-Cells or whatever batteries you decide to use. And I think Tri-Cell is actually the company for Resident Evil 5. Anyway, back to the topic. It depends. With that being said, there's not many specifications that I can really give you. Let's just open this bad boy together because I'm actually excited about this because I like classic looking keyboards. Hopefully it lives up to the expectations. Let's get into the review. Alright guys, so first things first, just so you know, if you look in the description of this video, that's where I keep the timestamps. I know some people in tech videos do the timestamps manually for regular YouTubers that want to skip to the part they want to skip to, but I have everything set there so you don't have to worry. If you don't want to see the unboxing and all this stuff and its glory, you don't have to wait. So right here, this is the keyboard right here. This is actually very big. This is surprising. Anything else come in the box? Nope. So just a keyboard. It'll come inside this plastic. If you do not see it inside this bubble wrap right here, that means that someone probably opened it up, didn't want it, and took it back. So can't tell you anything's wrong with it in that regard. As soon as you take, ooh, I like this. This is cool. Look, it has the little knobs that you turn right here, and they actually turn. Oh, okay. So the knobs right here, these two knobs, actually turn, and it allows you to actually. These are the kickstands for the back of it. So it will either sit flat, like so, as you can see, or if we hit the knobs, give it a little twist. This side's a little harder to turn. It's probably just because of my product. Here we are. And it's on an angle. Now, what I will say is that I did see it in two colors. There was a pink color, like a hot pink. I was going to get that one for video purposes, but I was like, nah, this is something that I'm going to keep for myself. So I definitely don't want to do that. In addition, you do have this little grate right here. Let me show you what it's for. So if you have a cell phone or some type of tablet, depending on the size, you can actually put it right here, and that you can make this like a makeshift computer. Let me see if it works with this tablet right here. Because I actually have a 10-inch tablet that I'm going to sync this with. But let's do this first. Let's see. Yep. So tablets that are 10 inches will work in this just fine. This is a like 10.1 tablet. I think some iPads are like 12 inches, and that's probably the metric or the size that they were going with. So anything that fits in this gap, this is 10 inches, this whole tablet. The screen is 10 inches. When you add this part right here, it probably brings it up to like roughly 11 almost, 10 and a half. And if you add this, it's probably about, yeah, like 12 inches worth of space that you could fit. And actually this will go sideways. Now, can you stand it up this way? Yes, you can stand it up straight. To be honest with you, I would not do that only because you don't want it to fall over. It's really meant to be sideways. So when you're typing, you're able to type sideways. This is pretty cool. I like this so far. It looks very, very nice. So let's take a look at the tablet itself. Let's take a look at the keyboard itself. It has the Windows option right here. Alt Command, what's it, the page break? I don't know what this button is. Because, you know, sometimes keyboards change buttons up, but I'm probably just out of touch. Control, FN, Caps Lock, Tab. It feels good. Now, do the keyboards lift up? No, these are stuck in here. So for you food eaters, don't eat around this. I would suggest using a can of air, spraying into it every so often to make sure that it stays clean. To be completely honest with you, because of the way this keyboard is set up, I actually would use this as a primary keyboard in front of my computer desk, but anyone that saw my channel knows that I have a pretty cool looking retro keyboard. That thing costs like $100-something bucks, so I keep that up there. Now on the back, this is your power on and power off button. Now, for whatever reason, it was in the on position when I first purchased it, but there's no battery inside of it, so I am going to put a AA battery inside. And unfortunately, for you guys wondering, I do not see this part right here would normally go where a receiver would be. I wish this came with a receiver, but it doesn't. It is strictly Bluetooth, and that is a real bummer. I gotta be honest with you. It's a real disappointment that it's strictly Bluetooth. But anyway, with that being said, Let's look at the instructions for anyone that was wondering, does it have any extra functionality? Here are the instructions right here. Open this bad boy up. No, there's nothing. It's just the basic rules, regulations, blah, blah, blah. There are no instructions. There's nothing. It's just, yeah, AA battery, put that in the back. Turn on the backlight, hit the FN and delete at the same time, and the Bluetooth indicator will blink. I'm glad I read that. So in order to put this in sync mode, it seems like you have to hit FN, which will be this button right here, and what? Delete? FN and where's delete on this thing? Delete. So you hit these two together, that should put it in sync mode. But don't worry, I will show you guys in the next section how to do that. Outside of that, there's really nothing else to it. While connected, the keyboard will enter standby mode without any operation after 15 minutes. Okay, to save the battery. While not connected, keyboard will enter deep sleep mode in 15 minutes. Press any key to wake it up. Okay, so if you don't use it within 15 minutes, you just tap it. I guess the light indicator will come back on and let you know that it's connected, and then you can go back to your regular activity. Pretty cool so far, pretty cool. So for you people out there that have Windows computers, like the tablets itself, and you may not want to buy the Windows keyboard, which is like $100 and something bucks regular price, highway ripoff, by the way, you can get something like this, and you can just use this at home, set it up, have a little mouse pad to the side, however you decide to do it, and you'll be good to go. Now, with that being said, oh, I like this so far. This looks really cool. I just hope it really has decent Bluetooth connectivity. Let's go on to the next section. All right, guys. I'm gonna pop this open in the back. Pop the AA battery in. Only takes one, thank God. Some keyboards take 2, 3 batteries, and I'm like, why do you take that many batteries for a measly keyboard? It's just a keyboard. It doesn't have that many functions. There's no lights or anything. So once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and hit the on switch right here. Turn it on. There's the light. That was the Bluetooth symbol. Now I'm gonna try 2 things real fast. The first one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to sync this, right, without using that function keyboard they're talking about. I'm going to tell you why. It might sound crazy, I'm going to tell you why. Normally, when you buy a new Bluetooth product, it automatically goes to sync mode the moment that you purchase it. That is what normally happens. And sometimes when you unsync something or you give it to somebody else, you have to put it back in Bluetooth search mode, and that's why a lot of people can't actually find the Bluetooth. So I'm going to go to search first. I'll see if it pops up. Personally, I highly doubt that it is, but I always want to double check just to make sure to see if it pops up immediately. So it looks like it's not in search mode. Nothing's popping up. I'll give it a couple more seconds. Now right here it says in order to put it in search mode, it was delete and FN, right? Do I have to hold it or press it? All right, I'm going to press it. Delete FN. What happened? Nothing? Nothing happened. All right, let me hold it. Delete FN. All right, nothing happened so far. Let me try it again. Let me put this to the side a little bit and hit the delete function button, delete. It's not backspace, right? Let me just hold it and see what happens. There we go. So by holding it for a few seconds, it's now blinking. There we go. So if I go back to the sync mode, well, look what popped up. Prime Connect. As soon as I did that, I'm gonna go ahead and tap it. I'm gonna hit allow. Let's be real here. This is going to stay connected to this probably. And the keyboard should be synced. Now, in order to test that, let me just double check. Let me hit FN. Did anything happen? Can I press up and down on the... Yep, see, look. By pressing up and down, we hit the back button, escape. Can you escape? That's fine. Let me hit back. Just press up and down. So yes, it is in fact working. As you can see, my hand is not on the screen. It's working just fine. What other buttons can I do? Oops. Oh, I don't want to just go around pressing stuff. So it does work. It is connected. Now, next section. Very simplistic, very simple. I'm going to show you how the buttons look and feel when typing. Well, I can't show you how it feels, but I'm going to tell you how it feels to me. All right, so I'm going to put the keyboard right here, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is show you something. Now, you see the search bar right there? It's going to do typing. I'm going to press it in. As you can see, the buttons are working perfectly fine. Now, I want you guys to understand that this is synced to an Android tablet. If you sync this to an actual computer that has Bluetooth, or if you don't have Bluetooth in a computer, you can use a dongle, plug it in, and then you can sync this the same way. All the buttons are going to work for that dongle. So if I'm hitting space, it's going to work. If I tap this, it's going to be different if you're using it for a computer. Now, I did sync this to an actual laptop, but for video purposes, I'm not going to put it in there because the laptop wasn't my personal laptop. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, any information in the background wasn't being seen, but it did work perfectly fine with other computers. I tried it on a Windows computer that ran Windows 10. As you can see, if you look at my history, all of this stuff is manga that I've been looking up. I don't care if you see my search history, it's all positive. But anywho, yeah, it works perfectly fine. I like it. Now, when it comes to the button presses, you can put like a nice little, what is it called? Like one of those armrest things right here. I didn't have any arm fatigue whatsoever using this. I'm actually used to smaller keyboards. And of course, I'm not using the proper method to type. I'm just tapping stuff, just showing you that all the buttons work. Let me pull up the search bar again. You can see that everything here is very responsive. It's no delay with this keyboard, which is really, really good. And even if you take this out of the tablet because you don't want it there and you want to use your booklet, because I have a case, it's still going to work just fine. It's a really good keyboard. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, again, the price tag, $10. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't have any issues. I didn't have any connectivity issues. Well, correction. Let me not lie. I did have one issue with connectivity. The particular Bluetooth dongle that I purchased was like a $7, $8 dongle that I bought at Micro Center, right? That one has problems with connectivity, especially if you have your computer sitting on the floor or if it's not a certain distance from the actual headset, and I'm sitting in the same room. When I upgraded to a better one that was $20, $30, I didn't have that issue and it completely disappeared without a problem. So please be in mind that if you use an older tablet that's Bluetooth 4.3 and stuff like that, you might have an issue with this tablet connecting. There might be some connectivity issues. But the devices that I'm using have Android 13 on them, both of them. They're both, the UI is up to date. My phone is a OnePlus device. Everything works faster than, you know, the typical, let me see right here. Yeah, it works faster than an older device, though this should still work just fine with the older device. Just make sure you have a decent Bluetooth connection in your computer, especially if you're using a dongle, and then you should be good to go. And with that being said, let's go into the last section, which would be, is it worth it? So guys, lastly, is this worth the asking price? Yes, without a doubt it is. The only downside to this keyboard, if we're being completely honest, is that it doesn't have a dongle. It would have been perfect if it had a physical dongle, but it doesn't. I don't know why they didn't make it with it. It is fully Bluetooth. Like I said before, in terms of battery life, you don't have to worry about battery life because it takes regular batteries. Is this a button? No, it's just a fake button. It doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, it doesn't take a USB or anything. And if it would have had a dongle, this would have been perfect, man. I like this. And like I said before, it comes in different colors. It has that retro look, but it's still Bluetooth. For the person like me, I have multiple computers, right? Excuse me. So for me, I might have a computer on one side of the desk. I have a tilted monitor on this side. I have a keyboard. I have keyboards on this side. This is perfect. I hate cords. I need you to understand that I hate looking at cords. They're messy, they're nasty, and I prefer everything to be wireless. So on the rare occasion I do use a keyboard that has a cord, trust me, it's a gift or someone gave it to me and it's really cool looking. But I prefer things where it's just a clean, nice, neat setup. Granted, this does not look super premium or anything like that, but it looks good enough. It does the job. It's pretty simplistic and easy to use. I have my keyboard over here. I'm sorry, I have the I have the tablet over here about maybe, I would say about 10 to 15 feet away from my desk. And I'm looking at it right now and I'm peering over and it's still connected. There is no lag time whatsoever between clicks. So yes, this is worth the $10. Even without the dongle, it's definitely worth it. It's not meant to have a dongle, primarily because this patch right here is really for tablets, iPads, Android tablets, things like that to go here. This is not really meant to be hooked up to your regular computer. It can be if you have Bluetooth and you have nothing to worry about, but realistically, it's meant to be used as a, you know, something to put on a skinnier desk, a smaller desk, something that is in fact portable. It's a little chunky, so you can definitely have foldable keyboards that I covered on this channel before that will be a lot more justifiable in terms of purchasing. But again, 10 whopping dollars. You can't go wrong with that. That's not bad at all. Something like this at FYE back in the day would have probably cost you $20 to $25. I wouldn't have charged that much for it, but it's a solid product. After using it, and again, I have actually two of them. I have one of these. I got this one initially for the review, but I did grab a pink one for my wife because she likes colors and she loves her keyboard so far. She stopped using the, what was it? I forgot what it was called, man. I had a, I forgot the name brand. Steel Series. It's one of the Steel Series keyboards that light up. She likes it, but she likes retro looking stuff like me. She likes a clean setup. Professional mixed with gaming, you know, to each their own. I like it. I definitely think it's worth $10. It takes batteries, so you don't have to worry about charging it. As long as you don't buy cheap dollar store batteries, even if you do buy cheap dollar store batteries, it'll still probably last months inside of this thing, especially if when you're done, just flip it over, hit the off button, boom, you're good to go. That's it. That's all you got to worry about. So the battery won't be drained anymore. Same with my Microsoft keyboard I have at home. I didn't change the batteries maybe twice in the last 5 years. And, you know, to each their own. But at the end of the day, good gift for a Christmas gift, I like to say. I think that someone would really appreciate this. I think an adult would definitely appreciate this. It'll take them back to the typewriter days, because that's really the demographic that they're hitting, a retro demographic, but it still has the functions of all the keys that you need. Hell, it even has the caps lock option. If you tap that, that'll light up. So teach your own, and it'll let you know when the battery is dying. So keep some AA near you. Like and subscribe like always, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video.